Bom dia a todos, sejam muito bem-vindos. Esse é nosso primeiro vídeo. Hoje temos uma visita muito especial. Recebemos aqui em nossa nova casa o diretor, o head de Medical Devices da TÜV NORD a nível global, o senhor Ralf Thomsen. Ralf, good morning. How are you doing?
I'm very good. Thank you very much for having me here.
Welcome to Brazil once again.
Thank you.
This is your fourth time here, right?
Yes, it is.
It is, right?
Yeah.
When was your first time here?
Oh, my
Remember?
that was 2016.
Oh, okay.
During that time, I was based in the United States.
Okay.
And we started cooperating in the Americas.
Okay.
So
okay.
I visited the company here, and Argentina was also coming in Mexico, and we had a good time.
Okay. Very good. Many things changed since then, right?
Yes, that's true.
Market
a lot of
change,
things.
your position also changed, right? You
Yeah.
start from managing director in the US, and now you are the head of medical devices. How you live that change?
Oh, I don't know. How difficult to say. Honestly, I was demanding from the United States that Germany is supporting the medical device business more internationally. And then on my return to Germany, my boss said, okay, you take over that responsibility. You wanted it, now do you do it?
So they didn't give you much of a choice. It
Yeah.
was
That is how it started.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And now you are acting on a global level. So you have a big team acting in different countries and different nationalities, different cultures, different customers, different business. This is also quite a challenge, right? The medical area is also changing quite often.
Yeah. Yes, in particular, it's different country by country.
Okay.
So if you consider market access for the manufacturers, they have to consider a bunch of different regulations and standards for different countries or markets. So we have to train our people also to be active in all these areas and be very experienced. That's a challenge.
Okay. And the latest experience that we had, it was recently in Dubai. We visited what it was called the Arab Health, and now it's called a little bit different, right? So
now it's the WHX.
Okay. So
So-
difficult name to be pronounced, right?
Yeah. It's the same show, a different name,
Okay.
every year growing. So
Was it big this year, right?
it was very big.
Was very big.
Very big. But it was also from last year to this year, it was significantly growing. That's the reason they moved into new locations. I believe that is worldwide actually the most important show for medical device manufacturers and supplying industry.
A lot of I've been there for the first time. It was amazing, the amount of new technologies, and everything is improving and enhancing every year, and especially in the medical area where you see a lot of applied technologies in medical products, right?
Yes, that's true. And advancing every year
No.
with software, AI, and all these new technologies. So every year you see new things and you can learn. That's good.
I remember many years ago when the wave of new technologies were happening every 5 years, then it was cutting every 3 years, and now we see new technologies every single week sometimes, right? Completely different IA, predictive things, or anything related to that, but you will see it applied in a medical product. This is also a challenge from the regulatory point of view.
Yes, it is. And it's treated differently by different regulations.
No.
So it's also not very consistent. I mean, they're trying to harmonize the regulatory landscape a little bit. So MDR or CE marking, they are talking with the MD sub program. So they try to somehow align their approach to these activities, but I still think it takes a couple of more years.
It takes. So in talking about NDSAP, it's also something that is also related to Brazil.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, Brazil is with Anvisa one of the founding members of the MD sub program or the consortium. So and in Brazil, Anvisa, at least they're promising that a registration process for new products will be accelerated and it's much faster if you are MD sub certified. If not, it might take more than a year or 2 years to have a product registered in Brazil to be able to start selling. If you go through the MD sub program, they said it's a couple of months.
Okay.
So time to market, that's definitely a huge advantage.
It's a huge advantage.
Yeah,
Definitely.
and not only for Brazil, you see a lot of other markets outside Europe now accepting in the sub. So I think it's also for Brazilian manufacturer not only a local advantage because you are faster, but also to export into different regions.
Yeah. And how you see particularly Brazil? So it means this is your fourth time here, and you have seen a lot of changes and also a lot of growth in our company. So I believe that Brazil is also playing a very important role, right, in the overall FDA structure.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, it does. It's one of our pillars. That's one of the biggest markets with a very huge population in Brazil. So there's a high demand on medical devices or products in that area. So we hope that we can further grow in that business in Brazil.
Yeah, well, we had a very fruitful discussion in the last 3 days, and we see a very positive trend also based on a very experienced team, right?
Yeah.
So now we are in a new house. So you came precisely in a very special week for us.
Yeah, that's true.
You came in the first day of our new house, but you also have the possibility to see everything that we are doing, and you had the possibility to see how the team is improving, how it's growing. So what's your opinion about that?
Opinion, I think it's when you come in and you talk to all the stuff here in the area and all the different functions. You feel all the spirit. It's not just a new office, it's just like a new start. It feels like everyone is like energized and wants to just now develop and have a fresh start. So that feels very nice.
This is contagious, right?
Yeah.
You can feel the energy of the
Yes.
people, and this is also having a big impact in the business, right? When you have this kind of a spirit, you can also have a better approach to customers and also in interaction with your colleagues.
That's correct. Exactly. That is how it feels.
Okay, that is great. So I believe that next time that we are going to see you here, because you are leaving today, right? So you came on Monday and you're leaving today. So I think next time that we are going to see you, maybe it's going to be in Hospitaler, right? In May. Maybe we will have you here, right?
Yeah. At least the team will be there. Yeah. At least the team will be there during Hospitaler.
Okay.
It was also very impressive. So I've been there last year, my first time in Brazil on the for the Hospitaler, and it was quite impressive.
Okay.
It was a huge event.
Yeah.
Very
yeah.
nice.
We are planning to join. TÜV NORD is also going to join again this expo with the booth, and we'll receive the visit of our customers and also develop the market. And it will be great to have you and also the team to visit, because it will be a great experience also for them to see how it's an expo in South America, right?
It's true.
They visit Medica, now they visit in Dubai. It would be great to have them here. So just to close this first talk, is there any message that you want to deliver to? We have a lot of people looking at us, a lot of followers. We have also many customers. You are the reference in this medical area. So something that you want to address in this moment.
For now, I'm grateful that we have a very nice, competent, but also very kind team here in Brazil. And I'm glad that I can come from time to time and visit and be part of that team to develop our business activities here in South America. So I welcome everyone to join TÜV NORD Brazil's team, work with them. It's a great team here in South America.
Okay. Ralf, thank you very much for coming over. It was a pleasure to have you here, to have you during these 3 days discussing about a lot of topics. It was very productive. So on behalf of the entire team, I thank you very much. And of course, you're always welcome to come over anytime. Okay.
You're most welcome. Thank you for the hospitality and having me here.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you.
My pleasure. Thanks.
Goodbye.